so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit. 88, 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterpart to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88.
Man, oh man. We're back. We're back with another one of these streams, bro. Another one of these streams where we go through mass cuts. And here we are, man. We got a lot of interesting names to go over. We got a lot of interesting stuff to go over. We got news. We got news on the releases. We got news on CM Punk, of course. We got news on Vince. We got news on SmackDown. We got news on just WWE as a whole changing a lot within the past 48 hours. A lot of stuff has went on. Forget about the past week. Within the last day, a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. And we're going to go over all of it. You know, crazy, absolutely crazy. So, it definitely wasn't as harsh as Black Wednesday back in 2020, mainly because of the fact that that was just a lot of huge names. There was a lot of huge names released. Um,
Plus, there was no work to go to at that point since everything was shut down. Now there's a million places all these people can go.
most definitely. There's a lot. There's a lot that a lot of these people could do. There's a lot that a lot of people can do, but yeah, in 2020, man, it's like if you weren't one of those bigger names, like it was really gonna be hard to keep your head above water. So, but nowadays, man, nowadays I think a lot of these people will be just fine. There's a lot of people I'm actually pretty fucking excited about. There's a lot of people that wanted to leave, that finally got what they wanted. So, you know, makes it all that much better for them. But it always sucks seeing people lose their jobs. It always sucks seeing people lose their jobs, man. And I'm genuinely, some of these I'm a little shocked by, kind of.
And
And I have my reasons for that, and we'll go over that, but I'm happy that some people survived, because there was a lot of people I thought definitely weren't gonna make it through the mass releases. I seen Belle saying she's surprised Matt Riddle wasn't let go. I could have easily seen him being one of those bigger names, and I know the name everybody's been liking to throw around is Johnny Gargano. I'm very happy that they did not let him go, because fucking God, I mean, if they were to let him go, man, not only are you leaving a lot, and I mean a lot of fucking money on the table, but God, what a waste! What a waste of a amazing professional wrestler if they were to let Johnny Gargano go. So yeah, but yeah, like Logan's saying in the comments, bro, it was a lot. It was kind of just a lot of names. It was just a lot of no brainers, to be honest.
exactly.
It was a lot of people that, like, it definitely, it wasn't like shocking at like in the slightest. It wasn't shocking in the slightest. It was kind of just like, oh, okay. I could have seen that one coming from a mile away. Yeah. So, but other than that, man, we're gonna start you guys off with the releases. We're gonna talk about the releases, man, and everything surrounding that. But with that being said, I guess we'll just go ahead and hop into the intro, man. So what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, and this is episode 180 of the news, man. If you guys did miss his past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is will WWE choose The Rock over Cody finishing his story for WrestleMania 40? We talked about all that. Man. We talked about the possibilities of The Rock coming back into the fold, or at least for one night only, or what everybody wants to think is The Rock's return. You guys can now watch that on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. And with that, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, and in either mine or Circay's social media pages, man. So with that, you have all 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more, available for you guys, man. You got the Chicago flag design. You have the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired design. You got the Notorious Heels podcast base logo design. You have the Best Kept Secret to the IWC, the Riddler-inspired design. You got the Notorious World Order, the Chicago flag edition, which you see on your screen. You got the classic black and white and the Wolfpack red as well. The Grand Slam design, the scratch logo, and the only community that matters, man. So all 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more, are available for you guys live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Again, link is at the top of the description of this very video. And if you guys haven't got a chance, or if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Mr. K here. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Just been hanging out, man. Just been hanging out, been pretty normal. You guys hear me mute and turn the camera off and blow on my nose, because I don't know why, but the nose is going crazy today, so that's fun. But just a fair warning. But I'm good, man. I'm good. Shit's been going good. Yesterday was pretty crazy. Woke up to crazy news, and when we got to the info job, even more crazy news dropped. So it was just a crazy ass day of news, man. But now we're here, we get to talk about it, and I'm excited, man. Like Durante always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. The family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat and in the replay, man? And what about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Pretty good, man. Nothing too much. Nothing too much going on. Yeah, nothing much at all, dude. Nothing much at all. Just chilling, bro. Just chilling, man. So, yeah, been pretty excited to talk about all these releases, man. So, I guess we can go ahead and start this off, bro. So, oh. And as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, Pops? How's everybody doing? Christopher Eubanks. And thank you guys for being here, man. So, how the hell is everybody, bro? So, man. Okay. So, Nick Hausman of House of Wrestling confirms that he has completed the elimination round at WWE. 21 talents in total were released. I believe it ended up being 22. Were released. This product of the fusion between WWE and UFC to create the TKO Group Holdings. Here is the names as follows. Brooklyn Barlow. Now, you're going to notice a lot of these names are NXT names that never, ever made it to television. Or they did, but they were on like NXT Level Up and nobody remembers. Brooklyn Barlow, Alexis Gray, Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Ventura Cortez, Bryson Montana, Ulisa Leon. And now moving on to the names that people know. Daba Kato, Shanky, Quincy Elliott, Dana Brooke, Mace and Mansoor, Top Dollar, Elias, Aaliyah, Emma, Riddick Moss, Shelton Benjamin, Rick Boogs, Ika Minjiro, Mustafa Ali, and Dolph Ziggler.
Damn.
Wow.
Dang.
So, man, those are the lists of the 22 talents that were released. Man. So, you know, like we were saying, like I was saying in the intro, or like Logan was saying in the comments, a lot of these people are people that have been off television. A lot of these people are people that have been off television, and I wish them the best. I wish them the best, man. I do. Some of them, Matt Cardona's tweet summed it up the best. And Matt Cardona tweeted out, let me pull it up, actually. His tweet really did sum up the releasing situation, any sort of releasing situation the best. I mean, this could go for any batch of releases, but he said, let me see. God fucking damn, why does he post so much?
He's on the Indies, man. That's all he's got. That's how he fucking stays on top, man. He's got to post, post, post.
That is true. That is true. Here we go. He says, to those who were just released, this can be the end of your career. Or it can be the beginning. Look yourself in the mirror and decide. I promise you the work and money is out there. It's not easy. It's a grind. It's a hustle. It's frustrating. But it can also be incredibly rewarding in more ways than one. If you work your fucking ass off. I hope to see a lot of you down the road. And that comes from somebody who is at the top of the indies right now. I mean, you look at somebody who got released, even tried the alternative, and it didn't work out. And Matt has said multiple times how bummed out he was that AEW didn't work out for him. But he's also said it was a blessing in disguise, because he would have probably just been another guy in AEW. They wanted him to be in the fucking Nightmare family. So you know, this is a guy, like he says in here, look yourself in the mirror and decide what the fuck you want to do. And Matt is a guy who I think he's doing incredible work with him and Steph. I think they do incredible work. I think they're easily the top act on the indies, and he's fucking made himself into a superstar on his own accord. So take it from him. Take it from him better than anybody, man. I mean, he's one of the guys who perfected the blueprint of the old Drew McIntyre route. You know what I mean? You get fired, and yeah, it fucking sucks. Yeah, this is the dream job. Yeah, we all grow up watching WWE. Yeah, we all wish we were on WrestleMania. Blah blah blah. You know, WWE is the dream for a lot of these people, and sometimes that dream comes to an end, and it's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. So, and Matt is one of those guys who has perfected the Drew McIntyre, the Cody Rhodes type blueprint, bro. He's done fantastic for himself, man. So take it from him, better than anybody, bro. But yeah, this sucks. This sucks to see. These people getting released, and yeah, as soon as I saw Matt's tweet, I was like, yeah, that's pretty head on. That's pretty head on with the whole situation and how to go about it. But I'm excited for a lot of these people. There's a lot of work out there for them. You know, we're not in 2020 anymore where there's a global pandemic and people are getting laid off and have no work unless you're one of the big names that AEW decides to pick up. Not anymore. There's more work for them. There's more work for them, and you know, it's nice from a talent's perspective. Who were some of the people you were most shocked about?
I would say Ziggler, but it makes sense. But I didn't think it was gonna ever happen. But it makes sense. So it's kind of a shocking one. Ali's not shocking at all. Dana Brooks and that Ziggler status were like, I could have seen it, but I never thought it was actually gonna happen. Damn, I don't know if any of them shocked me. Fuck. Don't think. Maybe Mason Mansoor, because like they were kind of just an act, maybe, but I don't know, man. None of them really like shocked me. It really wasn't like some crazy ass shit.
Yeah. Definitely, man. And do you have a couple people that you're excited for?
Oh fuck yeah, man. I think the answer for everybody, one of the answers is Ziggler, man. Just earlier this week, fucking Ryan Nemeth was posting pictures of him and Ziggler with edited pictures of the tag titles, of the world titles for AEW. And now, the second that man got released, half of the fucking AEW roster was posting Dolph Ziggler shit. Like, could you make it any less obvious? But, I'm excited for that, actually. That sounds really good to me, man. Who else? Mason Mansour, actually. From Mansour's video, from when he got released, the video he made, it's the complete opposite video to the one Drake Maverick made back a couple of years ago, man. The complete opposite tone, and I like it. And he showed a lot of charisma, and I really think he could be great. I really do. He's actually one I'm pretty excited for. Ali, damn, I think that might be my main ones that I'm thinking of. Ziggler, Mansour, Ali. I might be missing one. I probably am, but those are probably my main ones.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Though, honestly, one of the ones I was most shocked for, and I wasn't shocked because he got released, but it was Top Dollar. And the reason I was shocked because the other two weren't behind him. So I was kind of shocked about that. I don't know why they released him, but not the other two.
True.
I would think if you were going to release him, you would release the other ones because they were a group on the indies. So the Hitmakers. So I don't know what that leaves. I don't know what that leaves for B-Fab and Ashante Adonis. Mansour shocked me solely off the relationship with Saudi Arabia.
That is true.
That man was like the Saudi Arabian representative in WWE.
Another thing he was talking about on that live stream with Mace last night is WWE had a contract with him in Saudi where he wasn't allowed to lose.
On NXT, yeah. He wasn't allowed to lose on NXT, and they never put him in NXT. So
that is crazy, dog.
that, yeah. I think he might have done a couple things in NXT, but that's actually insane that they put that deal in place that he wasn't allowed to lose in NXT. That's actually fucking wild as fuck.
Or had like a John Cena level rule for fucking Mansour. That is insane. That is the power of Saudi Arabia and their money.
Absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane. But a couple names I'm excited for. Man. I'm excited to see what Mansour can do. I think he'll do great on the indies. I think he'll do great on the indies. And yeah, I mean, the little video he put out, I mean, he was very positive about everything and stuff, and he showed a lot of charisma, so that should be nice. That should be nice to see. I think Elias could maybe have some potential and impact. I think
see that.
I could see something like that. Mustafa Ali, I'm incredibly excited for. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go on and do great things. I think he's gonna go on. I could see him doing like main event type shit and Impact. I could see him. I could see him being a solid mid-carder, upper mid-carder in AEW. I could see him being a solid upper echelon guy in New Japan. I could see him doing a lot of that stuff. But the name I'm most excited for is an obvious one. It's Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler. A lot of fucking people. Including myself, thought Dolph Ziggler was a lifer.
Oh yeah.
We literally referred to him as the lifer for the better part of
years.
Since I
started watching.
Yeah, the past like 5 fucking years, bro. But you know, it sucks to see. It sucks to see that WWE had him during his prime years and they wasted him. And now that he's 43 years old, not saying that he's washed or anything like that, because he's still very fucking good. And he still has a lot left to give, but it does suck that WWE kept him throughout his younger years and just got rid of him in his 40s. But, you know, like I said, with that being said, I do not think at all that this guy is washed. I don't think that this guy has nothing left to give. I think he has a lot left to give, and I think he's about to show everybody what he has to give, because it's very obvious where he will end up. He will end up in AEW, and I can easily see him being a kind of guy that Tony Khan utilizes on the level of Claudio.
I could say it.
Claudio's a guy when he came in. When he came in, everybody was talking about him being the top guy. I told you guys on the Forbidden Door review the night we were there. I fucking told you guys, if anybody thinks he's going to be the world champion, or if they're, I mean, maybe he could down the line, we don't know, but like, if anybody thinks that they're bringing him in to position him as a main event world talent, world championship kind of guy, I'm sorry, but you're sadly mistaken. That's not a bad thing. Not everybody has to be the top guy, and Claudio's been fucking fantastic in his role. He's been constantly featured, which is a godsend on AEW. All you need to succeed on AEW is to be constantly featured. Because if you're constantly featured on a week-to-week basis, then they want to do something with you. And they care about you to an extent. Because if they don't care about you, you will be off fucking television for 3 months and then pop back up like nothing ever fucking happened and then go away for another 3 months.
Exactly, man. It's really just a matter of how much Tony Khan is a mark for you.
Exactly, man. If you're on his universe mode, you know, if you're in his universe mode roster, then you'll be pretty good, man. But if you're one of those guys that he doesn't want to draft on his show in universe mode, then you're not fucking ever seeing the light of day. But I think Dolph is going to be a guy like that, and a lot of people forget how good Dolph Ziggler is, man. When I was a kid, Dolph was mainly a heel, so I hated his guts. But one thing I always loved about Dolph Ziggler, even as a child, was just how fucking amazing he can sell, and just I loved his moveset. I loved a lot. I loved a lot about I loved a lot about Dolph Ziggler. And then when I got back into wrestling around 2016, 2016 SmackDown, bro, what they did with Dolph Ziggler's character and the revitalization of Dolph Ziggler was wild. It was wild. It really was wild on how he was one of the hottest characters on the show during his feud with The Miz. His match with The Miz it was either Backlash or No Mercy is one of my favorite Intercontinental Championship matches ever. A lot of people fucking sleep on Dolph Ziggler nowadays because we haven't seen much of him, and WWE has utilized him in tag team roles. They've utilized him in lifer roles. They've utilized him in the most garbage of roles, but Dolph going into AEW, man, you're gaining not only a vet, you're gaining not only a vet in your locker room, you're gaining somebody who can hang with the best in the ring, but you're also looking at somebody who can tell a damn good story and who can cut a damn fucking good and very emotionally driven promo. Dolph was fantastic. Nick Nemeth will be just fucking fine in AEW. He's gonna do great. And I'm actually really fucking pumped for him. And I'm very excited for him. And with the stories of you know, he was going to leave the company in 2019, but he got talked into staying. That kind of stuff sucks, man. That kind of stuff sucks for a guy like him, being that he got talked into staying, got a big check, and that's all it ever was. But I think
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think anywhere else, man, I think he's going to be really appreciated, and I'm going to love to see his talent show. And I think he's going to show the world, as his song says. And God, am I going to miss that fucking theme song. That is a fucking certified banger.
I swear to God, if he gets some Mikey Ruckus garbage, God damn it, that's gonna be so goddamn disappointing, man. But
Thankfully, he has a downstate song. So downstate would probably make him another song.
exactly. Who even knows if WWE even cares to trademark that song anymore? Too, they might let the man take it. You never know.
Yeah.
But even though if Downstate is working with WWE to create songs, they probably not won't allow them to do that anymore. Knowing that company. But I'm excited for Ziggler, man. I really am for dude. I'm telling you, when he debuts in AEW, I'm gonna call that man Ryan Nemeth so fucking much. Oh, I'm gonna say it all the time. I always fuck up people's names like that. With Matt Sydal, always fucked up his name when he was a thing in AEW, man. Matt
Yeah, whatever
Snyder,
happened to him in
Mike
AEW?
Sydal. And I think his contract expired and he just silently went off to the Indies.
Hmm.
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. He can do a lot of great shit. He can do a lot of great shit, and it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome. Looks like the date is on a Wednesday, December 20th, on that Wednesday, and that's interesting. That's when their Go Complete comes up, and I'm intrigued, man. I can't wait to see him in AEW, man. And I think he's gonna do great, man. I think he's gonna be a great piece of that show, and I think Tony Khan is actually gonna use him, like a lot of these people. So I think I think he's gonna be good, man. They, that promo too, Bell. That's what I was gonna say. Not only that should have been me stuff is hilarious, but what was really funny at the time, even though it was great, but it was funny. When he was with fucking Drew McIntyre, and they were the anti,
Complacent.
fucking complacency. It was like at the time we had Dolph Ziggler as anti-complacency guy, but we might see that gimmick for real, man.
That was one of the most unironic things that WWE has ever done. We're going to give that era of Drew McIntyre, I'd like to call the eradicate complacency Drew McIntyre. Holy shit. That fucking version of him, the best thing about it was that he was standing next to the most complacent guy on the roster. Um, that was the best fucking thing about it, man. But uh, Ali is pretty shocking as well. Just off the simple fact that not that he was released, but that he had a pay-per-view match coming up and they released him. I guess WWE did the old fucking, if you don't want to fucking be here, then we're going to let you go, because they let a lot of people go that didn't want to be there. You know, another one I'm kind of shocked about is Shelton, because I felt like Cedric would have been right behind him, and I also felt like Shelton was maybe one of those guys that they would have liked to use in a backstage role.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, so
No
oh
more Hurt Business ever.
no, the Hurt Business
Dang.
reunion is over.
Never got it.
Never got it. So,
Dang.
yeah, that sucks. That fucking sucks, man. That sucks. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That sucks. Now that I think about that, I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah, no more Hurt Business. No more Hurt Business ever. Damn, that fucking blows. But otherwise, I'm excited for everybody on this list, and I'm excited to see what they do with their careers, and even some of these unknown people, man. It's going to be very interesting to see if they have the drive in this business to keep going and the true passion for this business to keep going and make something of themselves, and I hope they do. I hope they do, man. So, I definitely could see that, Bell. I could definitely see a guy like Shelton going back to the PC to be a coach or something like that. I could definitely see that.
Definitely, man. I really could.
So, yeah, man. That is the list of releases. That is the list of releases for the WWE and for this round of cuts this time around, man. So, very, very, very interesting to see, man. Very interesting to see a lot of these people go, and it's going to be very interesting to see what a lot of these people can do. So now on to more WWE drama. WWE terminates its deal with Panini. WWE have terminated its deal with Panini for breach of contract. Per Darren Rovell, it is expected that fanatics who run the WWE shop and had a deal with WWE for trading cards starting in 2026 will gain the rights immediately. So yeah, man, Panini is no longer making WWE trading cards, and it looks like they terminated the contract, and they're going to give it to Fanatics, who, you know, run the what is it?
No, that's exactly what I thought of too.
Yeah.
That shit killed.
Oh my God, yeah. It's a banger song. It's a banger
That
song.
shit is. That shit goes nuts, man. But I mean, who fucking buys wrestling trading cards? What fucking year is it? Sucks for Panini, I guess, but great for Fanatics. They're fucking shoving this company dry. So good for them, I guess.
They really are, man. Hey, Panini. So, yeah, bro. So, no more Panini trading cards for anybody that collects wrestling trading cards. Maybe if they had value, people would buy them, but unfortunately not. Trading cards aren't really the most sought after thing in 2023, unless they're, of course, old trading cards that had value back in the day and carried on to today. So, yeah, no more Panini trading cards for all you Panini heads that like to buy Panini trading cards from WWE. So, another deal that is expiring with the WWE. WWE is making big moves in essentially every sector, and that includes television, streaming services, and more after the WWE and UFC's merger. TKO Group Holdings was finalized just last week. Just last week, more and more changes are expected. Now it appears Hulu will no longer stream WWE content from next week. WWE has shows such as Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Main Event, Superstars, NXT Level Up, and Espanol, 205 Live, 205 Live, Total Divas, and Total Bellas on Hulu, which has been the case for a long time now. However, some fans has noticed that there were expiration tags on episodes with removal dates from either Monday, September 25th or Tuesday, September 26th. A fan notably inquired about the expiration tags on Twitter, to which Hulu's official Twitter account confirmed that Hulu's streaming rights with WWE will be expiring next week. They tweeted out, "Hulu here. Our streaming rights to WWE content are currently set to expire. We'll certainly share your interest in seeing them stay in our library with our team. For now, we suggest adding shows into My Stuff. We suggest adding the shows in your My Stuff to be notified of any updates." Yeah, man.
Shit sucks, man. Shit sucks for all the people that use Hulu. Alright, we know Logan does. The Mod Father. We know he uses Hulu.
Yep.
From Rich's reaction, I could assume that he uses it too. So that's really annoying. It would have been nice for if they gave you guys like a warning that's bigger than like 5 days for
Yeah.
the next episode of Raw. But that sucks, man. And I'm sure that's annoying. And it is what it is for like the Hulu and WWE side. But like they could have gave people a warning,
Yeah.
that the deal is coming to an end, man. But hopefully they could just make a new one, man. Hopefully.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's Oh, that's good. At least Hulu Live. So they're just taking away replays, or
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, maybe. Who knows, man? Companies, they never talk about shit good. Especially these fucking wrestling journalists that never talk about said shit good either. Read a fucking Meltzer story, it's like you think you had dyslexia fucking reading that shit.
Yeah, fucking reading a fucking Meltzer articles like a fucking reading at a third grade level. Um. So yeah. Speaking of more WWE departures. Breaking. As of yesterday, WWE have announced SmackDown will leave Fox. What did we say? What did we say for the past 5 fucking years? Fox isn't gonna want this garbage. You think Fox wants this garbage? Is that what you think? So what? WWE gives them 2 decent years because of the fucking Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, and mixed with a little bit of LA Knight and Bray Wyatt in there towards the end. They give them fucking 2 years of good episodes of SmackDown. You think Fox was going to forget about those other 3 years of Vince McMahon SmackDowns? Is that what you thought? You think Fox is going to forget about the big dog? You think Fox is going to forget about the dog food? Is that what you think? Come on, man.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like, we've said this for years now. Either they were not going to renew the deal, or they're going to renew it for the same or a lower price. And that's probably what they offered. Because
WWE
apparently,
wanted more.
exactly, and for some fucking mentally ill reason, USA gave them more than Fox did. Don't know why you do that. The thing is, that USA is doing that is dumb. What was I gonna say? WWE put everything into SmackDown like star power, quote unquote, just because it was a bigger network than the USA network. So that's why. So why are you paying more for something that they value you less as? That is dumb on USA's part, man. And Bell, by the way, it's all American cable networks. No matter what, cursing like that's gonna get bleeped. Sucks over here. It's one of the things you guys do better.
USA is way better though. USA
They
because
are.
Fox, I'll tell you what. When I was last Friday, I was sitting in my hotel room and I was watching the SmackDown rerun. That whole "you're an asshole" chant that went from side to side of the arena that The Rock started, all you hear is you're a for like fucking 30 seconds straight. And then they're chanting holy shit for The Rock. Holy
Yeah,
like, bro,
horrible, dog.
what the fuck is this, man? Are you
Like,
serious?
all USA would have done was told them to turn the crowd down. That's all they would have done. They wouldn't have
Seriously.
fucking. I hate for shit like that. That shit piss. Because half the time, the person will still be talking, and you just
Yes.
silently listen to them moving their mouth. and fucking doing shit, and you don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah, Rock's like speaking within the crowd's chants, and all I see is
Like, bruh. Dude,
I
I
can't hear
hate
what the
that
fuck
shit
he's
so
saying.
much. I hate that shit so much. So, in a way, I think this is gonna be really good, man. I think so. And, like you were telling me yesterday, they can move SmackDown to a different night. And if that's the case, if SmackDown gets moved off Friday, Tony Khan, put Collision on Friday. I beg of you. But, besides that, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things will change, man. Especially with the other half of, the SmackDown USA story that we're about to cover. That part gets really interesting, too.
Definitely, man, definitely. And if they were to move SmackDown back to Tuesday, that would be very nice. That would be very nice. Very, very fucking nice. Especially if they had like because the whole wrestling week pretty much would wrap up around Wednesday. I don't know,
So
man.
perfect. That'd be really nice.
That would be very perfect. That would even be perfect for unscripted, some might say.
Exactly. That actually
So,
would be really nice because I'd actually remember what the fuck happened on each and every one of those shows.
yeah.
Well, maybe not Dynamite. I'm still falling asleep during Dynamite.
Yeah.
But still.
Okay, so now that you listen to me and Sir K talk our shit because we've been saying this shit for 5 fucking years, WWE has announced they will leave Fox and return to the USA Network starting October 2024 as a part of a 5-year deal with NBC Universal. This will mark the first time USA Network will have the rights to SmackDown since 2019, and will also see the debut of 4 annual NBC primetime specials.
Ooh. It's interesting.
What did we say, man? What did we fucking say? For 5 years. For 5 fucking years. We've been saying, if SmackDown keeps up the way it is, Fox is not giving them more money. And what did we fucking say?
What did we fucking... Dude, I want to be on these fucking WWE media scrums so bad. I want to look Paul straight in the eyes and ask...
Oops.
That's
Our
true. That's true.
Oops.
That's true. That's true. I probably should. Could just be allergies. I don't take allergy medicine even though I should.
Alright, what were you saying?
Ah, fuck. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they definitely weren't getting any more than the same old billion that than they were gonna get, and I think that's why they left because for some reason UFC, fuck, I can't fucking talk, man. USA offered them what was it, 1.2 billion or something like that. I think the deal is for. So good for WWE, I guess. But I told you so. We told you so 5 years ago. We've told you so for the past 5 years. Every time this Fox deal was mentioned, and look what happened. They're no longer going to be on Fox. Thank God.
Seriously,
Now
we won't.
I
was gonna say we won't have to do any more of this fucking. We won't have to do any more of this. Network warfare.
Oh, God.
Fucking tired of that, man.
Because I feel like if the other two shows go to some other network, I feel like it's not going to be as like cutthroat as it is now.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll be way more tame because Fox is just they're a bunch of pricks. They really are. So, I think it'll be better even if the other shows do end up on a different network.
Yeah, we won't. Well, the one sad thing, guys, is we will never get to see the boardrooms, the war rooms. Go.
And one other thing we're never going to be able to see again, sadly, man, is the Fox SmackDown robot mascot that they have.
God.
Why do they have just a robot Fox mascot? I don't fucking know, but we'll never see that again. Thank the fucking gods, man. Didn't they edit the robot in that board meeting thing too? Where
Yes.
they were fucking. What the fuck was that, man? What kind of a network are they?
Yeah, I guess we could still get the war rooms if Raw does end up leaving USA, which that is going around. So
That is true.
yes, NXT should absolutely go to 1 hour and go back to fucking Peacock where they fucking belong. That show is an absolute disgrace on live television.
Oh, oh, 100%. It did not work on live television. It could have. At first, when it was the old NXT, they could have kept it at an hour, changed it to 2 hours, and from then on there, downhill, man. But yeah, I think I really don't think any network is going to take NXT. To be honest, I really think it is going to go back to Peacock.
Yep. Yeah. At the very most, at the height of Black and Gold, I think you could have got away with 90 minutes
That would have been perfect.
of television. But this NXT isn't worth 30 minutes of my fucking time. This NXT is fucking hardly worth 20 minutes of television time. Yeah, complete fucking joke. And I hope they go back to Peacock because they do not fucking warrant a live television contract. So fucking you got NXT to a television. You got NXT to a television deal off the fucking back of Black and Gold, off the backs of fucking Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Adam Cole, and those kind of guys, and the Undisputed. And what do you fucking do with it? You fucking blow it all up in everybody's fucking face. Send them to Peacock.
Yeah. Tell him, yeah.
Golly. Speaking of contracts, speaking of expiring deals, Fightful Select, Sean Sapp is reporting that Sheamus's WWE contract expires in 2024. His contract is believed to expire during the first quarter or the first half of 2024, but it has not been confirmed. What do you think, bro?
You cut out for me, but I know what you said, so you don't have to repeat it. But so it's interesting. It's interesting. You know us. I'm never gonna say I don't see them leaving, but I don't believe he will leave. I think he will resign into. If I'm guessing, I think it's gonna be a lesser wrestled contract. I think he's gonna be more on a relaxed schedule with this next one, man.
This is interesting, man. This is interesting. I think Sheamus is very upset with WWE creatively. I think he's very upset with WWE creatively. I think he's been upset with WWE creatively. And I think
In the PCC. That bar back.
That actually would go pretty fucking hard.
Dude, one of the best parts about that fucking era of Monday Night Raw. Like, are we out?
Almost. Oh, we're good.
Okay. The Bar was like such a great tag team. I love them. They're one of my favorite parts about that era. Well, the only good parts about that era. And I would actually love to see that again. And them, in in the BCC. Ooh, that sounds fire to me, dog. I'm saying.
That sounds fantastic. The Bar, the Bar getting back together sounds pretty fucking cool, man. It really does. But yeah, I would never write out Sheamus going to a company like AEW or something, especially if he's one of those guys that just fucking loves to wrestle. I could see, I could see Sheamus going there. Especially with Sheamus, because whenever the guy does, tell a decent amount of story, like his story with Gunther, they don't capitalize on it. And, he's kind of just left in the dust. And I know they were supposed to have him face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, but then they realized how much fire that the Sami Zayn story was catching, so they put Owens in that spot. So Sheamus does have a lot of reasons to be a little upset with WWE, and a lot of interviews that he does, he doesn't really talk too overly flattering about WWE. So it's gonna be interesting to see, but I could see him staying and I could see him going, man. It really all just determines on how the next couple months, I think, unravel for him. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Sheamus does, man. But I mean, for now, I think he would stay. But you know, I'm never gonna write that off, man. We've seen crazier shit happen.
Exactly, man. Exactly. We've seen crazier people leave, and even crazier people stay. So, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, like Dolph Ziggler. So
I don't know, there really wasn't any choice this time.
I really want to know what they told him to make him stay with the company. And by the way, this Talk is Jericho is about to be absolutely fucking insane.
Oh, dude, that shit is about to go nuts. Get all these guys. Well, you know, all the intriguing ones.
Oh, Mustafa
Talk is
Ali is going to be
Jericho.
insane as well. He's another one that's going to be fucking fire.
From the shit Mansoor and Mace were talking about, the ideas they had and shit, I want to see them on there too, man.
Did you hear the one about undashing Mansoor?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw him talking about that. I saw him talking about the gimmick that him and Mace came up with. And they even recorded like a little video package for themselves of. And after Maximum Male Models ended, you need guys like that, guys that actually pitch ideas to creative and want to do shit, man.
What was their gimmick?
It was going to be based off a movie called Reservoir Dogs. They were like in suits, and I'll have to watch the video later. But it seemed really good. It seemed interesting and fun.
Interesting. Yeah, man. So that's the deal with Sheamus's contract coming up soon. That's the deal with that. Yeah, the undashing Mansoor sounds like fucking Vince McMahon 101.
Oh God, I'm surprised Vince rejected it.
Me too. Me the fuck too, bro. I was genuinely baffled that didn't end up going through. The Hardys. Actually, no. My bad. Randy Orton. Wrong story. Okay, Randy Orton. Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp has reported on Twitter that a WWE source confirmed to Fightful that Randy has been visiting the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. It was not stated what he was doing at the facility. What the fuck do you think he was doing at the facility? So there's a video of Randy Orton walking into the PC, and he's going like this to the fans. He's putting his finger over his mouth, telling them, and you could hear him saying, "You didn't see me." And the fucking fans are going, "We didn't see you, Randy. We didn't see anything." And then they just post the fucking video.
I think he knew at that point the jig was up and people were, the internet was gonna know.
Right.
I think he was joking around. But like still, bro, we got you, Randy. We got you. Just fucking post it. You fucking marks. You fucking sent it to fucking Ron Sapp for a fucking Chris $100 bill. You fucking losers.
Golly, bro. Randy's back in the PC, and I'm so pumped for him. I love, he was advised never to wrestle again. So if he's going to the Performance Center, that could only mean nothing but good news, for Randy, because he's clearly getting in the ring. And he's clearly wrestling again, even though he was advised not to. So with him wrestling again makes me come to the conclusion that everything must be going well for Randy, and I'm very, very excited for that.
Truly, man, I'm excited and I'm happy for him, man, and I really can't wait for that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's going to be very, very, very cool to see. So, yeah, man, that's the news on Randy Orton. That is the news on Randy Orton being spotted outside the Performance Center, man. So, and I'm so pumped to see him back. The Hardy
Truly,
Boys.
man.
The Hardy Boys at All In.
So
Man,
glad this fucking garbage was scrapped.
me the fuck too, bro. Oh my god.
Maybe
Matt Hardy.
Punk was doing us a favor.
Maybe, bro. Maybe. Matt Hardy revealed on his podcast, The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, that he and his brother Jeff were supposed to wrestle at AEW All In alongside Paul White against the team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh in a trios match, marking a blowing off of their feud with Jarrett and company. TK.
Dog.
Holy fuck. Oh my
Who's
god.
happening with company?
Tony. Tony. You were really gonna make me watch Big Show and Satnam Singh in the fucking ring together? You were gonna make me watch that?
You're gonna make 800, well, 70,000 people watch that shit? You're kidding me. You are literally fucking kidding me.
That that idea is one of the worst fucking things I think I've ever heard Tony Khan ever stir up. And that is how you know All In was not for the fans, but more for the egos.
Exactly. That's the most ego shit ever.
So Tony Khan was willing to let his universe mode style of booking get in the way of giving the fans a show that is for the fans. All shows should be for the fucking fans, but if any show's for the fans, it's definitely All In. And you were going to give us Big Show and the Hardys versus Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Satnam Singh. Oh my fucking god, dude. This guy needs a fucking creative team. You were stirring that trash ass shit up for your biggest show of the fucking year. That's what you got cooking up. So the Tony Khan of old had John Moxley versus Danielson cooking up. He had Miro versus Danielson. He had Danielson versus Omega. Fucking all this shit. Adam Cole versus fucking Adam Page. Tony Khan used to have all this different stuff cooking up. CM Punk, MJF. Now you got Big Show and the Hardys versus Jarrett, Lethal, and Satnam. That's what you got cooking up nowadays, Tony? That's what you got? That's all you fucking got for me? Oh, God, am I so glad that did not fucking happen.
Thank God, dude. That shit would have been absolute trash.
Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Speaking of, not AEW, but international shows, WWE has announced that the 2024 Elimination Chamber Premium Live event will be broadcasted live from Perth, Australia, from the Optus Superdome, or Optus Stadium, my bad. They will be live from the Optus Stadium in Perth, Australia. The premium live event is currently scheduled for Saturday, February 24th. Well, first things first, I like that they're giving us a nice 3 to 4 week gap after the Royal Rumble and not a 2-week gap like they did last year. Good old Vince. And I love this. I love international pay-per-views. I like bringing legitimate pay-per-views over to other places and not just, well, it's an international pay-per-view, so we'll give them Super Showdown. You know, one of those stupid-ass shows.
I hate how they always just make up a new one just for that one show. Like, dude, you have so many fucking pay-per-view names in your back pocket. You just make up some shitty new one. I always hated that they did that.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I love that. Since Triple H has been, around, he's actually been bringing real pay-per-views to, international markets, and this is going to be great. If we do an Elimination Chamber review, it will probably have to be the next morning, or else you guys want to catch us live on here at 7 a.m. in the morning. We'll probably be live a little later in the day after the Elimination Chamber all-nighter, but I'm very excited for it. Elimination Chamber is one of my favorite match stipulations of the year, and I'll be all well and dandy for some Elimination Chamber all-nighter.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Again, if we do it, we'll do the review. Not out of boredom, we'll do the review. Not out of boredom, but just out of general tiredness. This is all you would guys see in my camera feed. I would be slumped. That shit is happening at like 6 in the morning. The show starts at like 6 in the morning for us. Ain't no fucking way. I probably won't even be able to stay up. I'm not even lying to you guys. It is real fucking early in the morning. If anything, I would wake up to fucking watch the shit at that point.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I probably will end up doing it anyway.
fucking A. So, yeah. You guys saw me at Wrestle Kingdom. When we were watching Wrestle Kingdom, man, I did not see it out to that. I really didn't. I was here. I wasn't here for that main event, though, man. So it's interesting, man, but I'm excited. Great for Australia, man, and I'm actually really excited for the show.
Me too, bro. Me too. I'm very excited for it as well. Jade Cargill. Oh boy. This news, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. All right. Though, this is from the Wrestling Observer Radio, though Cargill is expected to report to the WWE Performance Center if she hasn't already, the question would be if the company has her work in NXT for a bit or pushes her straight to the main roster. According to the Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer, it may be the latter. Meltzer said on the Wrestling Observer Radio that WWE is working on main roster creative for Cargill and called it a high priority, differentiating it from the process that NXT call-ups often go through when they are promoted to the main roster. He says they're not bringing her in to be like, how they would bring in some of the NXT people like Von Wagner or Alba Fire. Alba Fire is actually a good one, or Katana Chance, people that are brought up and they have no idea what to do with them, and then they just kind of disappear into the dust, and it's almost like, why did you even bother calling them up? She is not earmarked to be like that. She's earmarked for real stuff. Considering Jade Cargill has only been wrestling for about 3 years, it would be understandable if WWE would prefer to let her work in NXT for a bit, but there's no question that Cargill has the look and the presence of a star and can only get better while working with some of the top-notch talent in the WWE Women's Division. Bad fucking move. Dude. Oh my God. Bad move. Really bad
It's
move.
gonna backfire. It really is, dog. She's not ready for that main roster.
Look at what she did with a 508-day title reign in AEW. Didn't improve.
Nothing.
If you've seen one of the fucking matches, you've seen all of them. She sucks. I'm sorry. She sucks. Okay, we're back. She has potential, but I'm sorry. She fucking sucks. Just how it is, bro. It's just how it is. Again, does she have potential? Yes, she has potential, but golly, bro, at the end of the day, man, is Jade Cargill somebody who can hang with the Bianca Belairs, with the Io Skies, with the Baileys? No. No. With the Asukas? Fuck no. She can't.
God, no.
I'm sorry, but she can't. That's just how it is.
She has all the potential, man. She just needs someone to teach her. That's the whole point of NXT. That's the whole point of the PC. Put her there. It's not a bad thing. It's not. It will be a bad thing if you just send her up to just be how she is now. She needs to learn, and that's okay. And I hope she does, man. But they'll fuck it up if they just instantly throw her to the wolves.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's what they're going to do. And if this story has any weight to it, then that looks like that's the fucking direction they're going. And by God.
Yeah.
All right, man. CM Punk. CM Punk, man. On Friday, September 15th, of course, last Friday. On Friday, September 15th, like I said, last Friday after we got off the stream, of course, his first public appearance following his AEW exit, resuming his role as a member of the commentary team for Cage Fury Fighting Championships, calling the action for the organization's 125th card. There appeared to be a slight acknowledgement of the AEW situation as CM Punk's co-host John Morgan said, "We probably have some things to talk about." He also jokingly said Punk was returning to CFFC with cause.
With cause?
That's kind of hilarious, I can't lie.
Oh, yeah.
However, Punk sarcastically replied, "What is there to talk about?" Later on in the show, Rob Haydack suggested that Punk now has some time on his hands, to which Punk noted he does have some time on his hands for the next 2 months. Interestingly, the UFC Fight Pass Twitter account shared the clip with the video cutting off before Punk said 2 months. This has fueled speculation about Punk's non-compete clause. That Punk's non-compete clause will keep him out of action for 2 months following his release. It's worth noting that there has been no confirmation regarding Punk's no-compete clause, with it being unclear whether or not there was a no-compete clause attached to his AEW deal. Either way, Punk's comments have led to speculation about the Star's return to action, with some fans predicting that Punk could return at WWE Survivor Series 2023, which will take place in Chicago, Illinois. And we will be there.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. We'll be there to see good old Chicago Phil come back.
To see Fragile Phil make his way back onto the scene, bro. We'll be there to see Chicago Phil back in the Shy. And hopefully... Yeah, and selling out and hopefully and hopefully turning his career around. Because I'm not sure how many more chances fans and the business will give him, but we'll just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, you guys know how I feel about this. I'm excited for a CM Punk return to WWE. I think WWE is the place for him, and I'm mad fucking excited to see him at Survivor Series. So.
Definitely.
So yeah, man. So yeah, that's the news on CM Punk. That's the news on CM Punk and his comments regarding his comments regarding his AEW departure. Speaking of CM Punk, and speaking of his AEW departure, CM Punk was released by AEW this month after a physical altercation with Jack Perry at AEW All In. However, he is now ready to move on with his life. After the altercation, Punk reportedly lunged at AEW president Tony Khan. Punk provided the guest commentary at Friday's CFFC event, marking his first public appearance since being fired from AEW. He noted he has a lot of free time on his hands. According to House of Wrestling, Punk has no litigation pending against Khan after being released, and he is looking to avoid further litigation and move on with his life. It is unclear whether AEW and Tony Khan are considering litigation against Punk. Regarding the potential WWE return, it is unclear whether the company or Punk is interested in that. However, multiple sources made it clear that they saw WWE and Punk working together as a possibility if good business can be done.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
Moving on. Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's nice that there's just no more legal stuff going on, and it's nice that there's no more legal stuff going on, and it's nice that Punk wants to move on with his life. Tony Khan's not looking to put any legal stuff on him. Punk's not looking to put any legal stuff on them, and everybody just wants to be done with it, and that really makes me think that Punk has been done with AEW. He's been done for a while, I think.
I think so at this point, and this all just proves it, man. And I think we'll see him in WWE, man.
Me too, bro. Me too. And that's another reason. That's another reason I could see this happening. That's another reason I could see this happening is because Punk wants to go to WWE. WWE might not want to take him on because of any bad publicity if he has any legal stuff pending with AEW. So that could probably be that could probably be another reason as to why Punk was let go and no legal action is being taken from either side. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see, man. Another reason is because Tony probably always wants to keep the door open. You know what I mean? He doesn't want any super bad blood. Obviously, there might be a little bad blood because you released him. But, I mean, Punk wanted to be released anyway, so Tony keeping him around probably would have caused bad blood, as we've seen.
No, exactly. I think if he's got beef with anybody, it's not Tony Khan.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, so that is the news on CM Punk, and if he is suing All Elite Wrestling or not, which it looks like it's a no, man. So it's nice to see. Alrighty, man. Vince McMahon. Vince, for our final stories of the day. WWE held an employee meeting recently. WWE held an employee meeting on Tuesday, September 19th, addressing those who remained on the board after the cuts were made on Friday, September 15th. Nick Khan, Vince McMahon, and Ari Emanuel spoke at the meeting. In addressing the employees, Vince referred to Ari as his boss and said the company had stagnated prior to the Endeavor merger with the UFC to form TKO. What? And apparently this left people, the word that was used was eye rolled. So, oh my fucking God, man. The company stagnated prior to the merger. Are you talking about the same company that Triple H was running? Are you talking about the same company that every single fucking pay-per-view was a record attendance and a record gate and a record revenue number? Are you talking about that company?
I'm about the company that had us watch and review shows we would have never watched and reviewed if it wasn't for Triple H bringing up the company in creative terms and
Survivor
financial
Series,
terms.
fucking Elimination Chamber, shows like that, bro. Dude, are you talking about the same company that made guys come back that probably would have never came back under Vince McMahon? You think Bray Wyatt would have came back under Vince McMahon? I don't fucking think so.
No.
Do you think do you think Bronson Reed would have came back under Vince McMahon? Probably not. Dude, we're not even done. We're not even fucking done, but that was the punchline. So the deal with Endeavor and the merger between UFC and WWE to form TKO was to help the company reach the next level. Ari noted that he's looked to Vince for advice in the past and said that his daughter Ashley also works for the WWE now. PW Insider reports that Ashley has been with WWE since before the merger. The merger between WWE and UFC became official on September the 12th. WWE laid off over 100 employees on September 15th.
God.
So
well, at least some of his daughters working in the company.
I was gonna say at least Ari doesn't blow up his daughter's team right over her head.
Fucking Vince will do that. Like, yeah, I guess Ari Emanuel, at least not yet.
Dude, this is fucking pathetic. This is absolutely fucking pathetic, man. The company stagnated. That's what got me. That's why I wanted to come on here and talk about this with you guys, because, again, this is the same company that turned out one of the better WrestleManias in years. In years. Years. This is the company that sparked a fucking boom period in wrestling. Wrestling is so healthy right now because of Triple H. He has a lot to fucking do with it. You want to know the reason a lot of people that got released don't really have to be as worried? Because the wrestling business is healthy. Is it perfect? No. Does weekly television feel incredibly lazy and fucking unmotivated right now? Yes, but the business as a whole, why do you think a lot of these people shouldn't be worried about getting released? Because there's places to work. Because wrestling is healthy right now. We have a fuck ton of indie promotions, and we also have two major wrestling companies with major television rights deals.
Exactly. The weekly television might not be all there, but at least you have places to go and to work. And WWE has become, again, one of the great places to work because of Triple H.
Yes. You would have never, ever fucking heard me and Sir K in 2021 saying, I think this guy from AEW should jump ship to WWE. Now we say it all the fucking time. Whenever the word Wardlow comes out of my mouth, the word WWE is not far behind at all. Every fucking time.
Oh, yeah. Starks, fucking... How many people, dude? So many.
Not to mention New Japan. I didn't even mention New Japan. That's another great place for people to work. If you want to go overseas, work a different style, feel a different culture, I mean, AAA, Mexico. There's so much for these guys to do. And one of the reasons wrestling is in the boom period it's in right now is because of Triple H. It's because of Triple H. Because he allowed and invited Karrion Kross to come back without wearing a fucking gladiator helmet. He allowed him to be himself. He allowed Wyndham to come back. And for the first couple months, he allowed Wyndham to be Wyndham. And not, put on this mask because it makes us money. Do this because it makes us money. Do the... No. He didn't do all that. He didn't do all that. Remember Raw right after Triple H took over? How real and how, no pun intended, how just raw the show felt? Felt great. What about SmackDown? What about SmackDown right after Triple H took over? Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Fucking can't say enough good things about that feud. Can't say enough good things about that feud. The feud was fucking fantastic. They had a great storyline. How about our boy Sami Zayn and the Bloodline? You want to know why Sami Zayn was in the Bloodline? Because of Triple H. No Triple H. Bloodline stagnates for another fucking 2 years until Vince McMahon finally decides that he wants to take the title off Roman, if ever. If ever. Dude.
And break Bruno's record.
You know, it absolutely makes no sense to me. It absolutely makes no sense to me how this man could sit in front of people and say the company stagnated. Okay.
Dude.
You know what, Bell, the next story we got going on is very promising, but I'm going to hold anything until I see it with my own fucking eyes.
Exactly.
Promising.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Not going to believe anything until it happens. But that irked my soul, bro. But is there anything you wanted to say about WWE stagnating within the past year?
Yeah, it's just funny how still, man, Triple H doesn't get the flowers from the corporate side of the company that he kept alive. It is still a thing. They still don't believe in Triple H. After all this time and all that he's done to bring this company back up, the media scrums are because of him. All this shit is because of him. And it's stagnated. It was stagnating before. And then you left, and Triple H took over, and then it boomed. Classic WWE, man. I still can't believe they're doing this.
Look at Logan's comment.
Oh, exactly.
Says everything. It says everything you need to know about Triple H getting into power. Without Triple H, nobody would be saying Roman's reign is the greatest reign of all time. That could not be any more true. That could not fucking be any more true. Without Triple H, I highly doubt I am saying that Roman Reigns is number 5 right outside of my Mount Rushmore. That's coming out of my mouth. Me and you specifically, within the first couple years of Roman's reign, we're so fucking critical on his reign because the shit was stagnant. It was stagnant as fuck.
It was the most fucking universe mode shit you will ever fucking watch, dude. It was like you were fucking watching universe mode. Oh, he beat this guy. Oh, he beat this guy. Oh, guess what happened? He fucking beat this guy. And the worst part, it was always because of the bloodline. Every single match ended the exact... It was like an advanced version of Jinder's reign.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say it was like a little... It was like Jinder's reign, but a little more cooler.
Exactly. Like the most stagnant, generic, repetitive fucking dick you've ever fucking watched. And what did Triple H turn it to? He turned it into a great story and a great feud and a great thing. All because of Triple H. It would have remained the same, and I would have just just been as critical as I was if that shit was still going on.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Roman would probably still have the title if Vince McMahon, like he does now, if Vince was still in charge, and the shit would fucking suck. We would all be begging for the day that Roman's reign ends. And now I'm at a point where I'm just going to see where the fuck this shit goes. And if Roman Reigns does get a high number, then he gets a high number. And guess what? He fucking deserves it. Because he's told, like you said, Triple H has turned this into a phenomenal story. As opposed to universe mode. Roman hardly shows up, cuts a promo on this guy, beats him. You know, shit was boring. Shit was stagnant. But with the addition of Triple H, Roman Reigns is right outside of my Mount Rushmore at number 5. And in terms of his title reign, probably the greatest WWE champion of all time.
Probably.
I've been holding off on that conversation until his reign is done because I really want to be able to look back at it and really give him his flowers. That could probably be a whole episode of Unscripted in itself, but
oh yeah,
we'll go over that when the time comes to it, man, because it's truly been a historic title reign. And like I said, I've been watching wrestling since I was 5 years old. At least in my lifetime, he's probably the greatest WWE champion we've ever seen. And you can fucking thank Triple H for that. Because when, like I said, when Vince had control, it's hilarious. The one word you can use to describe it is stagnant. Because it was fucking stagnant.
oh literally, dog. So fucking stagnant. Now it was elevated, but no, apparently the Ari Emanuel and Vince's boys, that shit was stagnant. What the fuck?
But I'll tell you what, Belle might have a lot of weight on one of these comments. She says, honestly, after the stuff in TKO files, I think there's a tag team going on with Ari and Nick Khan, because God knows Nick Khan wanted the power in the company since the minute he was brought in. And if Nick Khan gets the company, guess who won't give a fuck? Me. Because you know what Nick Khan's going to fucking do? He's going to put Triple H in charge. Because guess what happens when Triple H is in charge? Money.
He makes the most money, and that's what the fuck he cares about. So, I actually want the motherfucker to take the company at this point. Because he doesn't give a fuck about the creative. As long as it's making them money, they can do whatever the fuck he wants. Triple H can do whatever the hell he wants as long as he's making them money.
Seriously, bro. So, yeah. And for the final story of today, a new SEC filing hints that Vince McMahon may leave the WWE. All right.
We can hope and pray, man.
Yeah, we really can. So a recent SEC filing has shed light on a potential desire by Vince McMahon to distance himself from the WWE following the recent merger with Endeavor, which united WWE and UFC. It's important to note Vince McMahon remains under federal government investigation, which with a search warrant executed by federal authorities after a federal grand jury issued a subpoena to McMahon on July 17th. To date, no charges have been brought against him in connection with any of the allegations of sexual misconduct and infidelity dating back to 2006. As previously reported, Jacob Frinkle, chair of Dixon... sorry, I thought more people were getting released. I got a notification. Anyway, I was going to say, okay, it's not over. As previously reported by Jacob Frinkle, the chair of Dixon Rights Government, Investigation, Securities, and Enforcement Practice Group. Golly, what the fuck is your title, dude? and a former senior counsel in the SEC's Division of Enforcement expressed the possibility that McMahon could face criminal or civil liabilities that might compel him to step away from his role within the WWE. Following the merger, Vince McMahon currently holds 28.84 million shares of TKO, which are presently valued at $3 billion. That is a huge chunk of the new company, but he is not the majority shareholder. Axios, or AXIOS, I don't know, Axios has reported, Axios has reported on the registration filings made by TKO, highlighted that Vince McMahon's registration allows him to bypass the lockup period that applies to other TKO stockholders, such as Endeavor and Silver Lake. TKO initially revealed in its registration plan in an SEC filing in August, indicating Vince McMahon, alongside two other TKO executives, will be selling stockholders in this offering. This suggests the potential for Vince McMahon's eventual departure from the company. In a regulatory filing, TKO acknowledged that McMahon's membership on our board could expose us to negative publicity and or have adverse financial and operational impacts to our business and be detrimental to our business. His membership also may result in an additional scrutiny or otherwise exacerbate the risks of described or exacerbate other risks. Any of these outcomes could directly or indirectly have adverse financial and operational impacts on our business. Vince McMahon was observed using a cane to navigate stairs and addresses WWE employees this week, having undergone spinal surgery during this summer.
Can somebody do the world a favor and kick the hell out of that cane when they see that man walking? Somebody, please.
Oh, Jesus. Dude. So, best case scenario. Vince sold it to somebody who he was comfortable with, that's going to end up stabbing him in the back.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's going to end up stabbing him in the back. And if they're saying that he can cause operational and financial impacts on our business, what do these guys love? They love money. If Vince McMahon gets in the way of their financial by the time this whole investigation wraps up, or by more shit that comes out in this investigation,
he's out.
This man could be on the cusp of fucking Vince McMahon out of the company. And he sold it to Ari because he trusts Ari, but Ari could be about to stab him in the back, which I fucking can only hope for. Because Ari during their little stockholder thing downtown New York that they did last Thursday or whatever, last Tuesday or whatever the hell it was, Ari was seen a lot with Triple H. You don't think Ari likes Triple H because of what he's done for the company? You'd be a fucking idiot if you didn't think so.
Exactly.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. He could be looking at a situation where he trusts Ari to sell him the company, or to sell the company to, because he trusts him. And Ari could be looking to fuck him out of the company because Ari knows the only way this guy was going to sell him to him if Vince was in some sort of role within the company, in some sort of head WWE role within the company. But Ari's his boss now. And all we can hope for at this point, I'm going to wait to see. I'm not going to get my hopes up, But all we can hope for is that Ari is not a boss like Tony Khan.
I hope not, man. I hope not, man. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. Let's hope they put their. Can't believe I'm saying this, because it's actually going to work in our favor. I hope they put their money first and not their personal connections, and I hope they give Vince McMahon out of there, man. And I hope they give all the creative control to Triple H, man. That's the dream, man. That really is, and it very well could go that way. These guys care as much about money as they do. Williams gives me nothing. They'll get rid of that man like nothing. So I hope so, man. I really fucking hope so.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. I mean, I don't know, man. If you think he's detrimental to the company, and if they start to see the decline of WWE, if they start to see the decline of WWE, and they start to see fan interest going down and whatnot because of Triple H not being involved, what do you think's going to end up happening to Vince? These guys, they love their money. Nick Khan, I personally think Nick Khan's the one that ratted him out in the first place throughout this whole controversy.
I still believe that, man. I still believe that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. He 100% ratted dude out because he became the CEO shortly after. I don't know, man.
It's interesting, man. It's real interesting. I hope it goes in the world's favor.
Definitely, bro, definitely. And I hope this eventually leads to Vince McMahon's demise from TKO. And like I said, if they think he's detrimental to the business, it's only going to be a matter of fucking time. And that's just the truth. That is just the fucking truth,
It
man.
really
It will
is.
only be a matter of time until they get him the fuck out of there. So, yeah, man. So that's everything we got today for you guys, bro. That is everything we got here today for you guys, man. So with that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels Podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Golly, what the fuck? I'm doing the Monday outro. That is going to do it for everything here today on News, Not Unscripted. And yeah, man, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with us. Always appreciate you guys. Always love you guys, man. So thank you guys for being here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And that's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless. Guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with the
I'll be
empty.
damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the bud lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the number one contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching. Button up your lippin'. From method, all you gettin' is a can of ass whipping. Hey, I be kicking. You son, you doing all the yapping. Acting as if it can't happen. Your frontin' got me mad enough to touch something. You want from Shallon, Allen, and ain't afraid to bust something. So what you want, nigga? You want, nigga? I got a 6-shooter and a horse named Trigger. It's real, 94, rugged raw.